Good afternoon and welcome to the Scottish Power Women's Premier League on BBC Sports Scotland. This afternoon we're at Petershill for Glasgow City against Spartans. A tough one to take for Glasgow City on Thursday night on their travels against Celtic. Down to 10 players, a late goal, meaning they left with no points, and it puts them behind in the SWPL race at the top. But a long way to go is what Leanne Ross says for the rest of the season. Let's take a look at the team news for both sides. Leanne Ross makes 7 City changes. Erin Clackers comes in and goal for Lee Gibson. Abby Larkin is making her first SWPL start for City. Aoife Caldwell makes her first start since January 2022, which was against Spartans after a really long time out with ACL injury. She's had a few appearances from the bench, but this another big step forward in getting back to playing regularly for her. Foley, Forrest, Gambone and Wardlaw are the other changes. Kenzie Weir is suspended after a red card in midweek. And 4 Spartans changes for Debbie McCulloch, whose side enjoyed a good run of form before the League Cup last weekend when they lost here against Partick Thistle. 4 changes from that side. Rachel Johnston comes in goal for her debut at Spartans after her loan move from Celtic. She's also had a horrific time with injury there. Sarah Cleland, Tegan Browning and Maya Bates are the other changes coming into the side. Lauren Berman was a new arrival, and she's had a very strong start to her life at Spartans. An interesting game ahead. Leanne Ross has made comment about the tough schedule that Glasgow City have after their success last season. A big night in the Champions League to come here in midweek at Petershill when Brann are the visitors, and maybe an eye on the schedule and an eye on that match on Wednesday. But it's very, very important for Glasgow City to keep up the reputation they have at the club and to bounce back from that disappointment. Delighted to say joining me on commentary at Petershill this afternoon is Suzanne Lappin. Suzanne, sometimes you come and you see the starting lineups from teams, and when you look at a number of changes like that, it can be a surprise. But after a tiring night on Thursday and with that big game coming up in midweek, are you surprised that Leanne Ross has made 7 today?
No, I'm not surprised at the changes, I don't think. I think even the changes that Leanne has made, it's still a strong starting lineup. You mentioned Eva Caldwell coming in, to the start. She'll be desperate to make an impact. I think for Glasgow City, they are going to have to utilise the squad over the next couple of weeks. A tough schedule. After the disappointment of the other night, Leanne will be expecting nothing less than 3 points here today.
It was a tricky start for Spartans. They took on Rangers and Celtic within that first 3 league games and lost a few goals, but they've begun to show recovery recently in the league, and a really strong run of that 3 unbeaten, a couple of wins, keeping clean sheets in the process too, and that will give Debbie McCulloch a lot of encouragement for the rest of the season after a few changes made throughout the summer as well.
Yeah, I think so. I think, as you said, it was a tough run of fixtures at the start for them, but the last 3 undefeated, scoring a number of goals. I think they've got a couple of players who've impressed since the start of the season as well, Lauren Berman being one. So Debbie McCulloch will be looking for a team to, put in a strong performance here today. And over the years, Spartans have always been a tough team to beat. So I think it'll be a tough game for both sides.
Glasgow City make their way out. Megan Foley there in the middle of the lineup, number 23, back into the side. Spartans wearing the blue, led by captain Alana Marshall. Rachel Johnston, as we previously mentioned there, the number 52, as she wore at her parent club. Tegan Browning on her left, another new addition to the Spartans lineup. The Glasgow City fans are ready to cheer their players onto a bounce back from that disappointment on Thursday night. And just speaking of Rachel Johnston, as we saw there, Suzanne, she has had a tough time with injury. There's a lot there in fitness and maybe getting confidence back as a goalkeeper too, but also for Spartans it's a huge benefit for them to be able to bring in a player of her quality.
Yeah, exactly. I think, having Rachel behind you as a defender will just instantly give you confidence. She has had a tough time with injuries, as you say, but there's no doubt she's a top quality goalkeeper, and I think having that foundation at the back for Spartans will be something that will be important for the rest of the season.
No traffic issues at Petershill this afternoon. The surface has taken a lot of rain over the last couple of nights from the weather, but the match ball delivered safely for referee Stephen McDonald. The two captains have a smile and a bit of a joke about that. Mary Fulton on the right, Alana Marshall on the left. But there won't be much smiles and laughing as soon as that whistle goes from the referee. Glasgow City know the target is now on their back this season. The champions of the Scottish Women's Premier League. And Spartans will be looking to recover from that defeat to Partick Thistle and put in another strong league performance. It will be a tough task, but maybe they see an opportunity of tiredness from City on Thursday night, but also with those changes, because sometimes, Suzanne, that could also disrupt the rhythm of a team when you make so many.
Yeah, I think so. You know, it isn't easy always to come in when you've not played a lot of minutes as well. But I think at a club at Glasgow City, the intensity at training, you know, sometimes matches that of the games themselves. So I've no doubt the players are ready to make an impact. And, you know, as I said, it's important that they bounce back here today.
Those are the levels and standards required at Glasgow City when you join as a player. And there is Aoife Colville, ready to get the game underway. Be big for the mentality of her this afternoon, starting the first time in so long. Megan Foley receives the ball, gives to Lauren Davidson. It looked like she was producing another big City moment, another big Lauren Davidson moment on Thursday, continuing the goal scoring as she often does. But Aoife Colville will look to now chip in with that. Here she is on the ball. Davidson back for Foley. Tries to wriggle away inside. Moore now on the ball. Looks to use the space. Cut out by Cleland. Just happy to head away the danger. Lisa Forrest there in the Glasgow City orange. Another dangerous threat in the attack. Marshall back for McMahon. Only finds Fulton waiting. Lisa Forrest. Gambone now for Fulton. Maddie Fulton just trying to set the pace there. Scrambling across in the midfield, always finding herself on the ball and trying to inject the ball forward quickly. That's exactly what Leanne Ross will be demanding to start. Colville. Clemenlair to clear. Amy Muir ready with the throw. Plenty of orange and black around the penalty area. Marshall comes across. Larkin for Wardlaw. Rolls for Davidson. Gambone sets. Foley. Gambone moving quickly for Lauren Davidson. She's lost out. Strong sliding challenge. Maya Bates looks to get on the ball. Lisa Forrest. McMahon stops. Bates clearance comes off Forrest, and Spartans will have the throw, but certainly a fast couple of minutes to start, Suzanne.
Yeah, Glasgow City on the front foot. Spartans struggling to get out. Got the throw in here and a chance to get themselves up the pitch, but you can see, you know, Glasgow City trying to squeeze the game. You know, Maddie Fulton in particular just holding the central area and looking to, you know, utilise the wide players as much as she can.
Your head's on. Clemenlair again. Spartans will receive the decision. Larkin. Moore. City looking to be patient, find the spaces in the wide areas. Foley will charge. Rounding in the way. Now Davidson. Not picked up for a moment. Muir steps in. And Michaela Moore. The bounce just taking a bit of pace from the surface there.
Yeah, I don't think Leanne Ross was too happy about that choice of pass there for Moore. You know, there's options shorter. I think that's not the sort of ball that Lisa Forrest is looking for.
Just maybe needing someone to stay calm, stay composed, put their foot in the ball and just slow things down. Yeah,
I think so. Too eager on that occasion to get it forward. You know, there wasn't the space in behind, first of all, to play the ball over the top. You know, I think City have got to move the ball across the back and, you know, create those spaces and opportunities to, you know, particularly get the midfield on the ball.
Colville penalised and free kick will go to Spartans. Robin McCafferty will leave for Rachel Johnston to send the ball forward. Aiming for Behrman. Good play. Doesn't have a lot of support around. Crowded out by the City players. Ali Gambone. Wardlaw under pressure from Emily Burse. He'll always give you so much energy up in those attacking areas. Saw that previously in her time with Hearts. Foley. Colville looks quickly. Now Behrman. And you can see the eagerness from City again there, but a little too eager as the free kick goes Spartans' way again.
Yeah, again it's Lauren Behrman involved for Spartans. I think we touched on it at the start. She's had such a strong start to the season. She looks really composed on the ball. You know, she's chipped in with a couple of goals already this season, and you know, for Burse up front it's important that the likes of Marshall, Behrman and Bates get close to her and give her that support when the opportunity's there.
McMahon up the line, no one there in blue. Forrest. Poor Camlap time. Looks for Wardlaw. Foley. Davidson moves short. Now she has the space. Gambone's made the run ahead. On the shoulder. Players arriving. Taken by Johnston at the near post. She'll be happy having the ball in her hands there. She just looks to get used to the Spartan surroundings on her lone move. And Gambone showing what Glasgow City maybe need to do a bit more of, those shoulders runs and give an option for the midfielders.
Yeah, I think so. It's, you know, you don't want to become too predictable, you know, out wide. You need your midfield runners, and Gambone certainly offered that. They're just disappointing with the final cross into the box.
Leanne Ross watches on. Not many better to set the standards at Glasgow City. Foley's throw. The referee sees the push from Lauren Davidson. Spartans have the free kick again, and they'll be content with that.
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't need to do that there. Gives Spartan, you know, the respite and the chance to get the ball into the City final third.
Robin McCafferty stands over it. Up towards Behrman. Gets the touch. The ball goes out of play. There's Behrman again. Robin McCafferty. Gambone steps in. Colville with her back to goal. Lays off for Davidson. Glasgow City heavy on the numbers again. Now Moore. Moore stretches out wide. Allowed the space and drills that one wonderfully out of Rachel Johnston's reach. She was allowed to cut inside and allowed to keep going, and it's a second goal of the season for Amy Muir.
Yeah, it was almost too easy for her there. You know, great movement from Lisa Forrest ahead that allows the space for Amy Muir to receive it, and she just cuts inside, you know, onto her right foot and places it into the bottom corner. From a Spartans point of view though, really disappointing. No one comes out to pressure the ball, but a great start for Glasgow City.
Cut across the shot expertly and put it as far away from the goalkeeper as possible. Mordlaw tests Erin Clackers a little there. Thinks quickly to move the ball on. Colville with the flick on. Cleland defending. Upfield from Johnston. Marshall looking to win the header, but Fulton successful. Colville looking for Larkin. Runs out of space on the Petershill pitch. Leanne Ross will be happy to be ahead so early inside the first 10 minutes in this game.
Yeah.
McCulloch, Suzanne, I'm just thinking that for how difficult it was for Glasgow City to try and find those right passes through, she'll be disappointed that the defence allowed the space for Muir to get that shot in.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's too easy. A fullback, you know, cutting inside and that much space opening up in front of her, and you know, Johnston's exposed. You know, maybe could her positioning been, you know, a wee bit further over perhaps, but you know, take nothing away from Amy Muir. She's spotted where she's wanted to put the ball and she's placed it exactly there.
Charlotte Wardlaw. Megan Foley. Browning takes, but Wardlaw sips back in. McCafferty and Colville tussle. And the referee will draw the play back for the free kick. A couple of clips at the heels of Aoife Colville.
She does that so well, Aoife Colville. You know, hold up plays great, and she gets herself turned and she's away, if not by the clip by the Spartans player.
Crossed over by Forrest. Moore helps back in. McCafferty heads on. We're finding space, trying to set, and the referee will give the free kick to the City defender. Davidson away from Douglas, pass back with plenty forward.
I think Leanne Ross is looking for Lauren Davidson to, you know, drive there. She's went past the fullback and chooses to pass it, you know, 30 yards back the way. You know, I think as a winger she's got to be more positive and direct in those areas.
Larkin for Lauren Davidson. Campbell moves on. Foley. Colville twisting. Lauren McCafferty sends the ball away. Colville again. Foley forced away. Wardlaw will change the angle. Moore thought about changing sides. Gambone. Just see there, Suzanne, the way Ali Gambone adjusted her body to receive the pass, just opened up her left foot to try and play that quick pass through. I mean, your midfield's congested, that's the kind of thing you need to be doing in this game.
Yeah, you do. You need to move it quick, particularly in that final third. It's got to be 1 and 2 touches to break the lines, as you say, when it's so compact.
Lisa Forrester's space, looking to pick up the pace. Johnson happy to take. Lisa Forrest, 3 goals already this season. Alana Marshall in the middle, just trying to encourage her teammates on. Trying to offer some support through this first 14 minutes of pressure. Need Fulton racing away. Forrest wide. Cleland with the challenge. McMahon sweeps up.
That's good defending from Cleland. You know, stood strong, showed Forrest, you know, the line, but matched it and managed to get the tackle.
Big part of the club and community at Spartans, Sarah Cleland. Berman. Johnston sweeps it for Robin McCafferty. Attacking press from Glasgow City. Spartans look to play out. Douglas gives it away to Fulton. Now Gambone for Davidson. Drilled over. Not far away from Abby Larkin, who's making her way in to that 6-yard area.
Yeah, that's the 1-2 touch where we're speaking about here. Just quickly, you know, out to Lauren Davidson, and one thought in our mind, it's a fantastic cross, just asking to be met in the area.
Looking to provide on that occasion. Sarah Cleland ready to take the throw. Man lets it run for the goalkeeper. Good header won by Lauren Berman there up against Foley. Burst battling, Berman has it. The Spartans create the opportunity. His claims for a free kick there. Referee plays on. Quick movement again from City. Forrest. Now Larkin. Wardlock. Back for Moore. Larkin pushed away by Rebecca Foot. Cleland takes. Marshall looks for the forward run from Maya Bates. Ball won't get to the former Glasgow City youngster as Amy Muir, today's only goal scorer so far, cuts out the attack. A couple of different goals now this season for Amy Muir. First against Partick Thistle back on match day 2. Some under strike from out wide. Some questions on that one on whether it was a cross or a shot, but there's no question marks on today's effort. A brilliant solo run through. A brilliant finish to match. Wardlaw wastes that one. And some attention for Amelie Burse, who's down in the Glasgow City half at the moment. Scored her first Spartans goal against Aberdeen back in April. Almost 30 appearances last season. And her pace will be something that Debbie McCulloch has thought about in the game plan today, coming across to Petershill and coming up against the champions in Glasgow City. So she want to see Amelie Burse have to come off early in this one.
Yeah, no, she won't at all. I think Burse offers you that, you know, pace. She also offers her, you know, her effort. Her work rate is so high, and particularly in a game where, you know, Spartans won't enjoy the majority of possession. You know, it's important they can keep her on the field to do what she does best up top. And, you know, as I said earlier, it's important that, you know, the likes of Marshall and Bates, etc., get, you know, round her when she does manage to, you know, put the Glasgow City players under pressure, because it's a long 90 minutes when you're up there on your own with no support.
If you just joined us on BBC Sports Scotland and iPlayer this afternoon, here's the only goal of the game so far. Amy Muir, expert finish, drilling it away from the on-loan goalkeeper Rachel Johnston, making her first Spartans appearance And that does not look good for Spartans, and Amelie Burse, she requires help off the field. You can just see the right leg, the issue, unable to apply any pressure to it. And this looks like it will force Spartans into an early change.
Yeah, it doesn't look good at all. A huge loss to the game plan, having to make a change this early.
Painful there for Amelie Burse as she receives applause and recognition from the supporters of both sides here at Petershill this afternoon. We'll keep an eye on that Spartans technical area. Have a look at the change. Louise Mason an option, Hannah Jordan also there too. And scored in the last win. It's 1-1 here against Partick Thistle for Spartans. Moore moves to Muir. Stab for Fulton. In the captain's armband for City. Hayley Lauder is on the bench for Leanne Ross this afternoon. Foley threads through. Colville with a layoff for Lauren Davidson. Straight at Rachel Johnston.
It's great interchange of passing between the front two. Lauren Davidson, having that shot, she's more than capable from that range. Again, Colville involved in the link up. And, Davidson, with her standards, she'll probably be disappointed not to hit the back of the net.
The free kick will be awarded to Spartans for the foul on Berman, and there is Louise Mason. There's the player on to replace Amelie Burse, who was helped off injured moments ago. Mason made her 250th appearance for Spartans in the win against Montrose last month. Marked it by praising the work that happens at Spartans as a club, assisting the community. A club like no other, she describes it. She's got an opportunity to try and help them towards a goal from the set piece. Forrest with the header, helps to Browning, hooks it over. Mason lets it bounce. Marshall tries. And the flag is raised for offside. Just a difficult position to try and predict the bounce and angle your body to try and get the effort on goal there, Suzanne.
Yeah, it was a difficult one for Alana Marshall, but better from Spartans. Putting Glasgow City under pressure than their own box, and if any Spartans player is capable of that, it is Alana Marshall. Debbie McCulloch will want to see more of that. Putting Glasgow City under pressure and not giving them too much time on the ball.
Browning had the time to think about sending the ball back over. She had a couple of options to create some threat. Mona Douglas cuts out the pass from Foley. Mason will look to sweep up. Sticks through towards Marshall. Foley and Wardlaw were there. Again, the flag is raised after a brief moment of play continues. Encouragement there though for Spartans is picking up the ball in those areas and being able to supply the passes through.
Yeah, exactly. It's winning that second ball. Louise Mason just on, winning the tackle, strong in the tackle, and unfortunately the flag went up for offside, but that will not disappoint Debbie McCulloch too much because it tells her team are getting into that final third.
Helps Spartans grow in confidence. A goal down as it stands. Forrest and Cleland clash. Head knock. So play brought to a halt by the referee Stephen MacDonald. Again, another sign of just how competitive this game is.
Yeah, that's one thing Spartans will give, 100%. It's always what they've been known for, and I think Cleland did take, a slight knock to the face there, so it was, good refereeing in that instance.
Ball drop for Muir. Good ball for Foley. And Gambone picks up. Mason immediately on her heels, but she's done superbly to go past Browning. It's Lauren Davidson. Heavy touch. Frustrated. City will push another wave of attack forward. Amy Muir. Now Forrest. Swings the crossover. The header down. Miscommunicated in the Spartans' defence. Larkin wriggling away, and Marshall is the one to clear. Spartans just need to sort that out. It looked easy to take control of, but nobody took the demand and took the control.
Yeah, I think so. I think for me there, Rachel Johnston has just got to come out. You know, that's the goalkeeper's ball all day for me. You know, just let them know you're there and come and take the ball and relieve your team of that pressure, as you say, that, you know, could have ended up in another goal for Glasgow City.
Muir skips past Bates. Gambone. Larkin. Foley with plenty of room. Muir. Fulton lifts it towards goal. And Johnston can watch that one sail over. Still looking for a first goal of the season. Made Fulton.
She's more than capable from that range, just on that occasion couldn't get, you know, her head over the ball and keep it down.
Cleland pushed back. Applause from the Glasgow City coaching staff. Pleased with the press. Loose from Douglas. Foot. Gambone just doesn't rest. Hasn't done so in this first 25 minutes. On the ball and off it. Man stops any way through. Marshall now for Douglas. Glasgow City now in the faces. Foot is behind Mason, but there was a foul late in the midfield on Rebecca Foot. And Spartans again will have the set piece to try and create something in and around that Glasgow City penalty box.
Again, it's better from Spartans, more composure on the ball. Good turn from Alana Marshall onto Foot, and, you know, bringing and drawing the foul from Glasgow City, and a chance to, you know, get the ball forward.
Pushing plenty up. McCafferty standing over, and McMahon, the only two outfield players back at that halfway line. Foley deals with it. Directs it to Davidson. Erin Clackers. Fifth appearance of the season this afternoon for City. She started the three before the Celtic match. Only conceded in the League Cup win against St Johnstone. Moore. Drags away from Foot. Colville. Options left and right. Muir, first time cross. Larkin strikes. Always rising. She had a quick scan over the shoulders, didn't see anything on. Just tried to keep it down. Unable to add to Glasgow City's lead.
Yeah, I think she's got every right to take that one on. It's great play, good pick out from Amy Muir, and, you know, good control, good turn, and again, similar to Maddie Fulton, just couldn't get her head over the ball and keep it down and on target.
Browning sloppy in possession. Davidson drills. Neil McMahon stops. Robin McCafferty hits upfield, only to Fulton. Ball spins out of play. The Spartans' throw. After losing the early goal to Amy Muir low, Debbie McCulloch will be pleased with the defence and how things have gone since then.
Yeah, she will be. They've limited Glasgow City to you know, a few crosses across the face of the goal, a couple of shots from range, but other than that, you know, they've grew into the game more. You know, they've shown more composure on the ball and actually managing to create, you know, a few opportunities of their own.
Marshall looking for Bates. Muir in the right place for Glasgow City to send it away. And you always know when Alana Marshall's in that kind of area, she can provide a quality cross. And if it wasn't for Amy Muir that time, it looked like it was landing right at Maya Bates.
Yeah, exactly. That was a fantastic cross from Alana Marshall. Great cover from Amy Muir, because Bates was in and goal.
Here she is again. Captain lays off for Douglas. She can't get to the ball in time. Difficult task for Douglas today to try and push up and help provide some support and attack from that left back position. And the yellow card to Ali Gambon. Just another sign of how things are going for Spartans at the moment.
Yeah, and I think, you know, credit to Spartans there. They've stepped up a little more, you know, not allowing Glasgow City to play it out the back with ease. And, you know, I think when you do that, and, you know, it doesn't matter how good you are as a footballer, when you're put under pressure, you know, it's difficult. And, you know, Spartans have managed to push the game up and win the ball back, and again get themselves an opportunity here from the free kick.
An interesting tussle to watch between Foot and Gambon. There's an earlier challenge in the centre circle. Marshall unable to pick out a player in blue on that occasion. Cleland. Fulton now. Johnston's come out her goal. Aoife Colville will lob, and it just bounces past the post. Her hands on her head. Aoife Colville was aware that Rachel Johnston had come rushing out, but she was unable to pick up another goal this season.
Yeah, maybe just a sign there that, you know, Rachel Johnston is new into this team, not quite got that understanding yet, because that's a poor error of judgment to come that far out. And, you know, Aoife Colville will be disappointed not to see that one nestle in the net.
Up towards Browning. Wardlaw heads forward. Berman for Cleland. Shoot running at her. Forward for Forrest. Wardlaw to Moore. Moore carrying. Amy Muir. There she is again. Rolled up by Bates. Only as far as Wardlaw. Berman saw an opportunity and she took it. But so did Fulton. Pierced through. Colville clips it over. McCafferty in the way. Glasgow City corner. McCafferty hurt in the process, but it allows Spartans to reset and get their shape again in defence.
Yeah, she was in the right place at the right time there, McCafferty, just to see that ball out for a corner.
There'll be a congested 6-yard box for the visitors to contend with. Leanne Ross watching on. Over a half hour played. She wants some cushion to the City lead. Dion McMahon on the goal line there, instructing. Clipped up. Headed down by Foot. Berman smashes it away. Bates is the Spartans player racing forward. Amy Muir stays cool. Foley. McCafferty heads into midfield. Glasgow City just starting to get a bit more grip on the control of the ball and open play in his last 5 or 6 minutes. Forrest. McMahon across. You could hear the collision. Forrest is down in pain off the pitch. Appears the goal kick has been awarded, and the referee will just check on Lisa Forrest. McMahon getting to the ball. Is it possibly just the weight of the follow through, Suzanne?
Yeah, I think it's a very strong centre half challenge on Lisa Forrest. I think she's actually got the opportunity there. I know she's trying to get to the byline, and typically that's what you want your wild players to do. But I think when you receive the ball with a bit of space, sometimes getting that early cross in and whipping it across the goal, maybe was the better option in that instance for Lisa Forrest.
And we saw Glasgow City do that on a couple of occasions from the opposite side on the right too.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, certainly for me as a former centre midfielder, when you make that run, you want the first time cross. You don't want your wingers taking another touch or checking back, and certainly I think that there's opportunity to do that.
Trying again, Forrest. Bates there first. Cleland tries to navigate through. She'll take the throw in. Ever reliable Sarah Cleland for Debbie McCulloch. Man taps that one back. It's difficult for Johnston. She gets strong foot to it. Well, he's giving it away. Mason assesses the support. Browning managed to get the ball towards Douglas, but just didn't really stick.
It was good play from Louise Mason in the first instance. I thought she did well just to keep the ball, assess, let her teammates get up and support, and then Browning again, too eager maybe to get it forward and making the wrong decision and rushing the pass when there's other options available.
Under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Glasgow City 1, Spartans 0. Amy Muir currently on the ball, scoring the goal. Alana Marshall is hurt and holding her face. Stephen McDonald just checking she's okay, or if she will require some treatment as she tries to shake it off. We saw importance already in this game, helping to push Spartans forward.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be going off the pitch. It will take a lot more than that for her to go off, and as you say, she's so important to everything that Spartans do.
Diagonal towards Davidson. Douglas gets something on it. Lauren Davidson accepts the corner kick. Forrest over to take. Again, City pack that penalty area. This time around the spot. The players about to break away. Forrest. Colville off the crossbar. And Marshall will manage to get Spartans the goal kick. We're causing trouble around there too.
Yeah, it's a great delivery into the box from Lisa Forrest, and not sure if it's Colville or if it's the Spartans defender.
McMahon,
not sure.
possibly.
McMahon, yeah, who gets the knock on it, and Spartans will be glad to see it come off the crossbar.
Marshall. Mason can't peel away from Wardlaw. Bursting over that halfway line. Gambone curls in. Oh, and the finish wasn't there from Larkin. Maybe up a little too early. Difficult to catch in mid-air. But she's finding the areas around the penalty box and inside there to get the efforts on goal. But she can't get a second for City.
Yeah, both Gambone and Larkin are finding spaces in and around the box. The two combined there, and as you say, Larkin you know, just maybe again not anticipating the ball to get through to her, and just knocks it over the crossbar again from a good area, and what you must say is it's a half chance.
Knocking at the door, the first Glasgow City goal. Fulton. Waits. Finds no way through for Muir. Charlotte Wardlaw. Larkin. Davison starts the run and gets there and gets another corner off Robin McCafferty. Glasgow City pushing for a second goal. Forrest goes short and quickly. Larkin, Wardlaw there, McMahon brave, and the free kick awarded by the referee.
Yeah, McMahon was very brave there. I think Wardlaw made the wrong decision though. Should have perhaps went with it with her head herself, and yeah, you know, McMahon very brave, as we've seen, and strong in the tackle again.
A tricky start to last season, missed a number of games through until February. She'll look to get consistency, but we've seen in recent seasons just how important she is in that defence. Clackers will try and deal with this. The flag's raised by the assistant. The play will continue with the ball in the goalkeeper's hands. Another sign that the Spartans just pick up those right positions and the right time to go and push on the Glasgow City defence. Something might happen. Yeah,
it's all about getting, you know, bodies up, numbers round about, because, you know, as I said, it doesn't matter how composed and comfortable you are on the ball as a footballer. When people put you under pressure, it's difficult, and, you know, Spartans, when one goes, they all must get around and support. As you say, for that opportunity of the ball dropping, you know, it's very important to be in the right areas to capitalise.
Behrman sliding but can't get anything on it. Davidson on her own on the right wing. Good work. As Behrman holds up. Douglas. In behind for Mason to run at.
Yeah, it's just there. I'd like to see Spartans, you know, play it out a bit more as well. You know, good composure for Behrman again, and, you know, keeps the ball for our team, and rather than, you know, get a couple of passes and move up the pitch together. Davidson looks to strike. Robin McCafferty is there yet again. Behrman aiming to play out from the back. Glasgow City will have the throw. Aoife Colville didn't take the ball with her. Gambone recovers. She'll get a second bite. Colville. Wardlaw thought about shooting. Colville for Fulton. Worked out. Crossed over. And Gambone and Foley in a mix-up. Rachel Johnston can come out and take. And again, I mentioned the word communication earlier, Suzanne. Maybe not existent there again between Gambone and Foley. Yeah, I think the right option was for Foley, just to, she's coming on, she's facing the goal to strike it. You know, she's very capable from that range, but, you know, I think it's a case of Glasgow City players, you know, too desperate to maybe go after that second goal, that they're, you know, not sticking to their principles and, you know, doing the best option for the team. Could be the awareness of a couple of minutes left, normal time in the first half. Man picks her time to step out. Marshall sees Bates. She's still going. Throwing Spartans. And perhaps just enough time left for Spartans to try and level the score.
Cleland for Mason. Was there a touch from Muir? There's claims either way, and Spartans have the corner, and Alana Marshall will go over to retrieve the ball. The set piece specialist, amongst a lot more in her ability, skill set, but you can see McMahon, McCafferty and Browning all taking their place. She can even score them from here, Alana Marshall. It's high towards Browning. She just can't help it back into a dangerous area. And a bit of a commentator's curse from the build-up there, Suzanne.
Yeah, I think so. I was about to say the same myself. McMahon is a threat, you know, Browning's a threat. I think in that occasion, you know, Alana Marshall, we know her quality, but perhaps overhit the ball in that instance. But, you know, what an opportunity for Spartans to, you know, have potentially sneaked an equaliser just before half-time.
Foley. Ball turning. Larkin with the layoff. Late challenge from Browning. The play will be drawn back by the referee. Spartans potentially just feeling that momentum from attacking. Not looking to get caught out of position. Moore. Gambone gives the ball back. Play continues. Muir for Forrest. Larkin making her way into the box. Gambone strikes. And we could tell from this angle it was going wide, but Rachel Johnston maybe a little unsure, scrambling across there just in case there was any danger.
Yeah, I don't think Johnson was sure where that was going to end up, but you know, good play from Glasgow City and Gambone, who I think's been, you know, all over the pitch, you know, with her energy and her work rate in this first half, and you know, she's unlucky there with the effort.
Fulton. Is there a final chance in this first half? Cleland not allowing it to go City's way. McMahon. The two sevens rise. Browning clears away. Clackers to Moore. Wardlaw for Foley. Fulton quickly in behind. Cleland gets her toes to it. Colville. Larkin in the area. Browning gets something to it. Foley strikes. And another one high on the City attempts on goal.
Again, I think she'll be disappointed there. You know, opens up for her. You know, she strikes it really well, but again, can't keep it down.
Unable to get a clean strike earlier in the mix-up with her teammate Gambone. That time she had the sight on goal. Suzanne says unable to drill it. Play continues. Moore gives Davidson a ball to chase. McCafferty colliding with Browning. It's messy from both sides towards the end of this opening 45 minutes. City look to have that lead at the interval, but will that change? Gambone. Colville asking, strikes, and the flag raised on the far side by the assistant.
Yeah, that's poor there for Colville. She's got to hold her run there and hold her line, because she's, you know, receiving the ball in a great area. Again, Gambone at the heart of the play.
Johnston with the free kick. The referee has a look at the watch and blows the half-time whistle. Glasgow City in the lead, only by a goal, and that goal scorer, Amy Muir, with this marauding run forward, drilling the ball as far away from Johnston as possible to pick up her second SWPL goal of the season. And it is that strike that gives Leanne Ross's side the advantage at the half-time break as they look to reply to a disappointing defeat in midweek against Celtic. The SWPL title holders looking to come out in the second half and make their possession count more, but Spartans have stayed strong since that goal was scored, and they've managed to get forward to create a couple of attacks themselves and make Erin Clackers and the City defence think about that possible threat. They're looking to continue that unbeaten run in the league, Spartans, under Debbie McCulloch in recent times. But half-time here at Petershill on BBC Sports Scotland is Glasgow City 1, Spartans 0.
same with mine. I put mine just clogged up. Here, take my thumbs.
I've got those to drop in there.
Yeah, I would just use this opportunity to fix it that before I started it. Yeah.
Welcome back to Petershill Park. It currently stands Glasgow City 1, Spartans 0. Amy Muir, the goal scorer in the first half, after a wonderful run forward, cutting in from her attacking left-back position, shown the way to goal on the edge of the penalty box, and drilling the ball past Rachel Johnston. But Debbie McCulloch will be very happy with the way her side have stayed strong and responded since losing that goal. They've offered a couple of reminders forward to the City defence, but they only need that one chance to get themselves level again. It is no surprise the Spartans providing a strong back line, and recently a couple of back-to-back wins and clean sheets in the league before their 2-2 draw against Hamilton Accies. Jan Ross and Glasgow City back out, and a couple of changes being prepared on the touchline by last season's title-winning manager. Kinga Kozak and Brenna Lavera are the two players who are ready to cross the white paint and enter the pitch. And Gambone, one of the players who hasn't come out for the second half. Appears that Aoife Colville, the other who was starting for the first time in quite some time after a very difficult and lengthy period through injury, and she has made sub-appearances. It's about getting the fitness and match sharpness back. Different to do that from the start too. Brenna Lavera will provide Spartans that extra threat up front. Spartans have us underway for the second half. Already forced into a change in the first half. Debbie McCulloch, with Amelie Burst being replaced by Louise Mason. And after a period of patience, they didn't let that disrupt their momentum, and you could see that Louise Mason does offer that same threat to Amelie Burst with the running on the shoulder, and that'll be something, Suzanne Lappin, that Debbie McCulloch will be looking to try and take advantage of more in the second period, because it did show glimpses of working in the first half.
Yeah, I think Mason's done well since she came onto the pitch. She's worked hard. She's won possession back for her team, and she's shown there that she's capable of doing those run off the shoulder of defenders in behind, and it's just key for Spartans that they manage to find her in those positions.
Marshall manages to find Mason with a pinpoint pass. She asked for the foul, and the referee, who was behind watching closely, agrees and blows the whistle for the Spartan set piece.
She's a very intelligent player as well, Louise Mason. She knows when to make those runs, when to come short and offer, and again showing her ability to hold up play and win a free kick for her team.
Robin McCafferty stands over, part of the solid unit at times in the first half with Dion McMahon, but a lapse of concentration. Lavera could be in, could be 3-on-2 here. Lauren Davidson shifts to the right, and Rona Douglas is the one charging down Glasgow City corner. The Spartans survive that scare.
Yeah, they do. It's great play from Lavera. She's a player I really like. I think she offers something different for Glasgow City, pace and power in her running, and again, giving the ball to Davidson, who perhaps, just made the angle too tight for herself, but, a corner for Glasgow City.
Forrest, outswinger. Lavera with a head there. McCafferty, the number 17, standing in front of the goal line to stab it away. Another City corner. Jan Ross's side keeping up this pressure. Rachel Johnston will have some bodies to find their way through here, whether it's physically or through sight. Towards Fulton, all on her own. Moore heads, and that bounces wide. But the streams behind were number 7, Suzanne, as Mary Fulton wasn't picked up at all there in the box.
Yeah, they were very exposed there, Spartans. I think it was Berman who you know, the late run into the box caused confusion and left Maddie Fielding wide open, but, you know, just didn't connect as well as she wanted to there. We were trying to help it on its way, but, you know, relief from Spartans' point of view as they see it go behind.
Fulton's header. Lavera wins it. Felt a nudge in the back, but the referee's happy to let play go on. Foley finds Clackers. Back to the right back. Marshall pressing. Spartans scurrying across in their high press. Muir. Larkin looking to get there. Theo McMahon not taking any chances. Allows Spartans to reset again. Lavera turns. McCafferty stretching the left toes out. Turns it behind for another City corner. This is the way Leanne Ross would have wanted her side to start the second half.
Yeah, they've started really strongly. You know, everything really at the moment going through Lavera, who's a different problem for McMahon to face in this second half.
Curled in, dipping. Johnston with a strong punch and filled in the process. The referee blows for the free kick. Brave goalkeeping from Rachel Johnston.
Yeah, she did really well there. A lot of bodies in and around her, managed to, you know, stay strong and get the punch, and I think it's Lavera that comes into the back of her.
Senior Scotland call-up in 2022 for the goalkeeper. There's that reputation from her time at Celtic and success of European football through their league finish in recent years. Strong position at Celtic. Spartans benefiting from that now. Forrest for Muir. In that space again. Robin McCafferty blocking. Downing flicking on. Berman stepped in. Stolen the ball. It could be 2-on-2. Wardlaw looking to push her wide. And a brilliant sliding challenge. But it's not just the challenge there, Suzanne, it's the way Charlotte Wardlaw manages to change that angle and push Berman away.
Yeah, it's great defending. You know, it was, as you say, 2v2. It was important that Wardlaw stuck to her task, and she did that. She forced Berman wide and manages to clear the danger for Glasgow City.
Spins out for a Glasgow City throw. Douglas. Fulton half cleared. Moore helps out. Browning up high and strongly. Larkin for Moore. Spartans testing City and playing out from the back. Davidson. Kozak, the half-time sub. Moore launches, aiming for Forrest. Larkin clipping over, too far away from Lauren Davidson. Wardlaw. Rebecca Foot loses out to Kozak. Davidson close by. On the run. Goal kick awarded. And Douglas stuck with foot out. There was no touch. And Lauren Davidson unable to create any danger in the Spartans penalty box.
Yeah, that's what I was saying in the first half as well. You know, here, hit the ball across here, but that extra touch, you know, the forwards have made the run, they're having to stop and check, and, you know, where you are in the pitch there's not enough room to to get past when you're so close to the byline.
Lavera takes a deflection, spins over the head of Cleland. It's Lisa Forrest. Blocked and cleared away. Foley. Foot heads forward. Foley heads back. Davidson goes down. And the referee points to the spot. It was scrappy. The ball was bouncing. Douglas went charging in. Davidson went down. And Glasgow City have the opportunity to stretch their lead to 2 from the penalty spot.
Yeah, I think Lauren Davidson will be the one to take the penalty as well. You know, as you say, it was scrappy. It's probably a challenge Douglas doesn't need to make. I'm not sure if she got anything on the ball. I'd need to see a replay, but you know, a great chance for Glasgow City to put themselves 2 goals ahead.
And it'll be a 5th league goal of the season for Lauren Davidson. Up she steps and scores. Tucked away. Rachel Johnston went the wrong way, and it's Glasgow City 2, Spartans 0.
Yeah, it's a great penalty kick from Lauren Davidson. She knows where she wants to put it. You know, Rachel Johnson guesses and goes the wrong way, and it's a comfortable finish into the corner for Lauren Davidson.
2 in 2 league games now. Here's the incident again.
Yeah, it's a bit reckless from Douglas, to be honest, knowing where you are again. You're in your penalty area. You can't go flying into challenges like that. And you know, Glasgow City go 2 goals ahead, and you know, they now feel more comfortable in the game.
That's what City have been searching for. That second goal to provide the cushion and make things a little more comfortable. And the changes that were made at half-time have had their impact, Suzanne. Brenna Lavera with that running, that power moving forward. It just provided a different option for some of the balls forward.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I touched on it. I've been really impressed with Lavera every time I've seen her. I think she's, you know, very strong, very direct. You know, she's a handful for defenders, and you know, in this open 10 minutes of the second half, she's been at the heart of everything that Glasgow City have been doing going forward.
Davidson. Larkin. It's the back of the head of Rebecca Foot. Marshall unaware of where the ball is. Moore. Mason steps in. Bates for Cleland. Fulton clip. Referee plays advantage. Larkin. Too high for Kena Kozak. Spartans now make the substitution. Hannah Robinson about to enter the pitch for Debbie McCulloch. Maya Bates is the player going off. Hannah Robinson signed an extension for a stay at Spartans in the closing stages of last season. Just over 10 minutes of the second half played. A bit more work to do now to try and get something out of this game. She'll enter to try and provide a bit of a spark into the side. Maya Bates frustrated by her former club on that side on the wing this afternoon. Herman. Moore. Sent forward. Mason will chase. Robinson's first touch picked up by the opposing 22 in Wardlaw. Here's Fulton. City have stretched players wide. Forrest, the one on the left. Helen stands in the way again. Fulton. Douglas doesn't make contact. Foley. Lavera asks. Neat flick. Browning Picks up the scraps. Robinson, the Spartans change already, trying to give Amy Muir something else to think about over on that right side.
Yeah, I think it's important that Hannah Robinson comes on and, you know, shows a freshness and, as you say, offers something different. If Spartans have to get anything out of this game now, they're going to have to take, you know, a bit of a risk in the final third.
Berman on her own. Gets the shot away, but two in the way. Possibly a bit hesitant. Won't be allowed that sort of time from the City defence. Larkin. Davidson ahead. Lavera in the box. McCafferty blocks once again in this game. Glasgow City have another corner.
It's good play from Glasgow City, first from Kozak and then a great turn from Larkin out to Davidson. You know, again, I just think Davidson sometimes can get the ball in a bit earlier. Again, Lavera's made that run to the front post, and the extra touch just, you know, takes away the opportunity to get it in first time.
Forrest floats it in. Douglas with a good header away. Goes down. A couple of claims from the Spartans players, and then the referee will blow the whistle. Another brave header from the defender. It looked like she knew she was going to get a bump in the process. Our first thoughts were in getting the ball away. Two headers, the first clearing, the second doing a similar job.
Yeah, I think Spartans all day have shown that in their defending. You know, they've been brave, they've put their head in the way. You know, they've been strong and resilient, and, you know, a couple of, you know, errors of judgment, you know, the penalty, you know, in the first half, you know, giving too much space and time to the fullback, Amy Muir, to come in and have a strike. But, you know, other than that, you know, they've defended really, really well and really strongly.
And Roman Douglas marking 200 competitive appearances, Spartans icon. Joined the academy at 5 years old. Another big part of all the work that the club do on and off the field. Marshall heads on. Berman runs onto it. Wardlaw again with that accurate sliding challenge.
Yeah, she's had a really good game, Wardlaw, in the centre of the defence. You know, she's timed all her tackles well. She's always been there to clear the danger any time Spartans have managed to break that Glasgow City line.
With both Moore and Wardlaw starting today, it's different centre backs than you're used to seeing with Glasgow City. So often Claire Walsh, Jenna Clark now across the border. Moore stepped in and settled. Wardlaw looking to do the same. Has done a lot for her case this afternoon on a start. And Spartans create. Cleland running forward. Mason can't find the pass. Muir. Kozak. Browning gets something to it. Former Hearts defender. Playing a bit further forward under Debbie McCulloch in the midfield. Lauren Davidson, the recent goal scorer from the spot. Berman closes down. Lavera takes. Davidson. Foley towards the back post. I think the final touch off Sarah Cleland. City corner. Johnston came flying out, looking to get fingertips to it. Spartans will just be happy to see the danger over.
Yeah, again, I think Johnson maybe made the wrong decision there, and fortunate to see it go behind for a corner, not result in anything more for Glasgow City.
Matty Fulton again is now picked up by Robinson. Lavera's header tucked in for City's number 3, and it's the number 9 who came on at half time who gets the third goal. She takes the congratulations from her teammates. Well worked from the set piece. It's Glasgow City 3, Spartans 0.
Yeah, it's a great header. You know, she does well to keep it down. She's found herself free. I'm not sure who's picking it up. McMahon, I think. But she's managed to break free, get the space, and it's, you know, it's a great delivery to find her, and a great header into the bottom corner.
Doesn't have to do much moving. The cross of quality for Lavera to apply the finish, and that now means a couple of changes can be made by Leanne Ross. A more comfortable lead as Anna Oscarson and Chloe Warrington will come on for Amy Muir and Fulton. And as we said earlier in the game, a big period for Glasgow City with so much competitive action in a short space of time. Leanne Ross has commented on that, but now with a 3-goal lead, a bit of an eye could turn towards what's coming up in midweek in the Champions League.
Yeah, I think so. It's an important game, obviously, in Wednesday night. You know, Champions League nights under the lights here at Petershill Park are always special. But you know, it's important that they keep the standards high to the end of this game. You know, the players coming on as well who've maybe not had as much game time will be wanting to make an impact, and you know, everybody wants to play in the Champions League, right? So you know, an opportunity to go and state your case for a game.
It restarts, and there's the Glasgow City boss. You see a smile now after that third goal scored by Lavera. As we speak about happiness of one manager, Suzanne, I also don't think Debbie McCulloch will be too disappointed. There will be decisions and individual things to look at, but as a team performance, she would have been quite happy up until that penalty goal was scored by Lauren Davidson.
Yeah, I think so. As we touched on, you know, they've limited Glasgow City to, you know, a small amount of chances, particularly in that first half.
Larkin for Davidson, and McCafferty makes the challenge, but the referee awards the decision the other way, and the yellow card shown to Lauren Davidson for simulation. She and Leanne Ross make their claim. Davidson in disbelief.
Yeah, no idea what the referee saw there. For me, you know, that was a clear penalty. Davidson's turn. She's clearly tripped. You know, a really bizarre decision. You know, a booking as well. The referee's absolutely got that one wrong.
Play goes on. And a moment of silence around Petershill. The supporters and staff look to question and process that incident.
Yeah.
Spartans readying another change down there.
Yeah, it's a poor decision for the referee. I mean, he's close enough to the play. You know, I really don't know what he's seen there. You know, Davidson's got no reason to go down. Kaya Kozak. An earlier change for City, and another about to be made as Emily Whelan is coming on, and she will replace Lauren Davidson, who scored the second goal. She'll remember that, frustrated with the decision a couple of moments ago. Hannah Jordan is about to come on for Spartans 2, as is Simone McMahon, sister of the number 5 Dion. You've been watching in defence all afternoon. Simone will replace Dion.
more memorably in that 2-2 draw with Hamilton Academical last time out in the league. Both the sisters scored only a few minutes apart. First time both have scored in the same match, I believe. Give credit to Spartans social media for that one. I actually found that quite hard to believe at that point when I read that too, Suzanne. You think for the amount that we saw both play, like potentially would have gotten the score sheet in the same game.
Yeah, no, that's one for them to remember.
The defendant, the first thing on their minds, Alana Marshall, one thing on her mind is trying to get Spartans back into this one. So Hannah Jordan come on 2 for Spartans. She scored the goal here in the last win against Partick Thistle. So we're hoping that Petershill provide some more good fortune for her.
Yeah, I think it's important that, you know, Spartans regroup and maintain their discipline. You know, as we were touching on before, you know, they haven't done too much wrong, you know, from a defensive point of view today in the game. You know, it's been a couple of errors, individual errors, you know, and that have opened up the scoreline between them and Glasgow City. But I think for Debbie McCulloch, you know, certainly the application from our players has been good in the game, and she won't want this to, you know, fall apart as this second half continues.
Cafferty across to stop Whelan. Oscarson will take the throw in. Forrest. City charging. Will be drawn back to the free kick. Chloe Warrington just continued and continued across the face of the penalty box. Alana Marshall complains. City can be dangerous from these set pieces. A third goal from the corner. Kozak there with Forrest. Oscarson, Lavera, Wardlaw, Larkin and Moore. All await the delivery. King of Kozak. Lavera for Foley. And that one no threat to Rachel Johnston's goal.
Yeah, it's well worked from Glasgow City though, you know, mixing it up from the free kick. I think everyone expects, you know, the delivery into, you know, the group of players, and Lavera just breaks free, uses her strength, and again Foley will be disappointed because she is more than capable of hitting the target from there.
And a few opportunities in the game. Berman still battling. Mason towards Marshall. Spartans throw. Just over the midway point of the second half. A goal would give Debbie McCulloch's side a lot of belief. It'll be a difficult task. Whelan steps in, but the flag is raised for offside. And that will take any pressure away from the City defence.
Yeah, I'd like to see Glasgow City just, you know, keep the intensity up as we touched on, such an important game on Wednesday night. You know, it's important they don't take their foot off the pedal here and go into that one with the, you know, the right frame of mind and the right intensity, because they'll need to start fast on Wednesday night.
Ball out after Hannah Jordan tried to supply the through pass. Maybe a touch of concern there. Erin Clackers with the ball for the goal kick. And Oscarson just out of the picture on the left, trying to get the boot back on, which is why the City goalkeeper will delay the restart. And Oscarson, another strong substitute to be able to bring on for City. Solid last season. And another Glasgow City title winning campaign. Already a couple of goals this season too. Forrest supplies the cross. Johnston nips in front of Ben Oliveira.
Yeah, it's good goalkeeping there from Rachel Johnson, because Olivera's there ready to pounce. Lisa Forrest does well down the left hand side, strong, and gets a decent delivery into the box.
Number of games. So we're back in Scottish Women's Premier League action again. On this afternoon, 3 goals here. I won't spoil any scores, but there have been plenty of goals in the other 2 early kickoffs. Sport seemed to come on Monday night. You could see all the action. There's about to be another here. McCafferty sliding in. Corner is the decision.
Yeah, I need to see that one again as well. Again going to ground in the box, but from the referee's point of view, McCafferty's timed that well. Emily Whelan showing great pace, and going to ground again in the box. For me that could have been a penalty again to Glasgow City.
The ball comes across the left leg down from McCafferty, comes off the Spartans defender last. Forrest with the corner, clipped up, the header off the woodwork. It looked to be Browning with the last touch.
Yeah, I think it came off Browning last. Again, Johnson will be relieved to see it come off the crossbar for the second time in the game, but Glasgow City are causing more and more problems from these set pieces in the second half.
One in the first half, down to our left. Another there. Referee awards the throw to Glasgow City. Oscarson spots Olivera. Moore. Deep diagonal ball for Emily Whelan. Six. And strikes. Robin McCafferty turns away.
It's a great diagonal pass from Michaela Moore to spot Whelan. Probably in her unfavoured position out there in the wide area, but cuts inside. I think a few teammates were looking for a pass, but Whelan is a striker in nature. One thing on her mind, and strikes it and blocked by the defender.
She wants to add her name to the score sheet. Will there be an opportunity here? Taken away, it may still drop. Claims, and the penalty awarded. The referee points to the spot. The ball bouncing around. Emily Whelan is the one involved in the action. And now Stephen McDonald gives the explanation. And with Lauren Davidson, who scored the earlier spot kick, taken off for a substitution, Kaya Kozak has the responsibility as City search for number 4.
Yeah, let's see that one again. Yeah, for me there's not much in that. Maybe the referee perhaps thinking he's got the last one wrong. For me that's soft, but an opportunity for Kozak to get another goal for Glasgow City.
One goal already in the league this season. Johnston saves. A big save for the on-loan goalkeeper from Celtic.
That's a great save from the penalty, a real strong hand from Rachel Johnson. We touched on her qualities as a goalkeeper, and she's just shown that there, a big strong right hand to not only save it but get it onto the post and away from the danger area.
That will give Rachel Johnston, bags of confidence, a big moment. The only Spartans player left with a say, and she stretches and makes a strong save. Cleland heads away. She'll have it once more. Heavy touch. Kozak trying to peel away. Jordan takes. Mason. Rounding back into that centre back position I touched on earlier, and playing further forward in that holding midfield role. Rona Douglas roaming forward. Wardlaw powers it. Robinson trying to win back. Larkin feeds the ball through for Lisa Forrest. Early cross. Rachel Johnston at full stretch, takes comfortably.
Yeah, another great take from Rachel Johnston, you know, collecting it, taking away the danger for her team. Again, we're seeing the penalty there, and you know what a strong save that is, down to her right hand side.
There was a few groans from the supporters at half time with a 1-0 lead for Glasgow City, but there has been plenty to talk about in the second half.
Yeah, I think by their own admission in the first half, Glasgow City probably weren't at their best. They've started to move the ball with more purpose and intensity in this second half, and they've managed to get the joy with the goals.
Just over 10 minutes to play. Glasgow City throw. Lavera offers. Wardlaw. Oscarson. Megan Foley. Emily Whelan. Simone McMahon or Berman. Just trying to angle that for Louise Mason to have some opportunity. Erin Clackers communicating well. Vera spins. Ian Ross just looking for City to be a bit tidier on the ball and manage the game in these closing stages.
Yeah, I think regardless of the scoreline, you know, you'll always get Leanne Ross the one way asking for the same things. You know, she'll not let up regardless of the score. She demands her team to maintain the standards for the first whistle to the last, and you know, particularly as I said, going into Wednesday night, they need to, you know, have that in mind and take care of every pass.
She will keep those standards up while the ball is in play. She did speak through the week about how the schedule does need to be looked at after the international break. A heavy period of a handful of games in a short space of time for Glasgow City. A big one coming up against Brann. Suzanne said under the lights at Petershill Park.
Yeah, I think it's a heavy schedule. You know, there's no doubt about that. But I think, you know, if you ask any Glasgow City player out there, they want to be involved in every competition. You know, they wouldn't have it any other way. And it's important that, you know, Leanne has the squad, every one of them ready to perform.
Oscarson tries and it clatters the post. Larkin can't set, and the ball will break away to McMahon. Glasgow City just can't get that number 4.
No, what a hit from Oscarson. Again, she's another player, you know, I really like a lot. Not only her defending, but she's also shown, you know, over the years how good she is going forward in that strike. You know, a great strike, and unfortunate to see it come back off the crossbar.
Already has a couple of goals this season, one in the league And for a third time in this match, Glasgow City rattle the woodwork. Spartans hoping to get on the score sheet. Cleland, Mason, Warrington in the way. Lavera, 3 on 4, the pass wide. Whelan with work to do, but she does it well. Trying to keep it alive. Mona Douglas again has taken a sore one, and she looks in a lot of discomfort.
Yeah, it was
just the left
defending,
foot.
yeah, but she's just get caught with Whelan's left foot there as she's trying to go past her. But again, brave, strong defending, which, you know, I think we've seen on show from Debbie McCulloch's side here today. As we touched on, you know, maybe not their day and maybe no points to show for their efforts, but I think, you know, they can take a lot from this performance. Certainly if we look at, you know, their form going into this game, particularly in the league, you know, if they can get performances like this, you know, against the teams round about them, I think they'll do really well.
Good to see that she's looking a bit better there. Douglas just checked out by the physio. Debbie McCulloch did say she felt that the international break disrupted her side. It came at the wrong time with the momentum they were building from results. Disappointed to exit the League Cup, but there will be positives and pride from the performance today. Last season there was a heavy 7-0 defeat here at the start of the season. It was in 4-0 in January at Ainsley Park. City have had chances to add to their lead, but again the performance is what Debbie McCulloch will be looking at. She just tries to put that tough start in the SWPL behind them and look towards the rest of the season and looking to break into those top half positions in the table.
Yeah, I think so. I think for me, you know, over the years, if you'd asked me, you know, Spartans are definitely a top 6 side. You know, they haven't started, you know, their best this season, you know, a difficult run of fixtures, but, you know, as you say, over the last few weeks the performances have been much better. They've picked up points, and, you know, again, I think they can take positives from today's performance, and, you know, it's all about how they take that forward into the games with, you know, the teams that they can and probably will take points off. So, you know, I think she'll go home disappointed not to take anything from the game, but I think, you know, she's managed to get a lot from her team today, and there's been a lot of positives to take back to Edinburgh.
Oscarson with a cam header back to Clackers. Rolled out, and Oscarson will take again. Lavera driving through the middle. Forrest, who's had a solid game, looks to create once more. She strikes. A flying save from Johnston. Pushes that one away. Having to remain alert on her goal line. Lisa Forrest that time looking to get on the score sheet.
It's a great strong hit from Lisa Forrest. You know, again, I think she's came into a game in this second half, performed really well, got her crosses in, and unlucky there to see, you know, Johnston was a match to her effort at goal.
Corner in. Johnston punches away. Whelan. Warrington will retrieve in the City half. Goes out for Whelan. Spread to Forrest. 4 waiting in the box. Oscarson. Whelan gets that one all wrong. I can tell you she thought that too. She screamed after making contact with the ball in frustration.
Yeah, I think she's disappointed in herself there. A good opportunity to link up with her teammates and get in and goal.
Glasgow City looking to put late drama on Thursday night behind them. As been more late drama in the SWPL this afternoon. You'll see all the action on Sports Scene on Monday night. BBC iPlayer in the BBC Scotland channel. There will be coverage of that big Champions League night here for Glasgow City against Brann through the week too. On Alba iPlayer and the BBC Sports Scotland website. A couple of minutes remain here. Amy Muir, Lauren Davidson from the penalty spot, and Brenna Lavera with the goals. There's another penalty claim, waved away by the referee, and a yellow card and free kick then given to Lauren Davidson. And then another later, brilliantly saved by Rachel Johnston. Pushed away to keep the scoreline the same. City have come close, connecting with the crossbar and post. The rain starts to pour at Petershill. A frustrating afternoon for Spartans. And they're happy with a lot of the team performance. Lavera drives, Johnston takes.
Yeah, I think as you say, it's more from a Spartans point of view being maybe down to individual mistakes and errors. But I think for Glasgow City, you know, the important thing after Thursday night was to get the 3 points. I think particularly in the second half they played a lot better, more intensity, more fluid in their game, and you know they've got the job done at the end of the day.
Clackers. Picking up her third SWPL clean sheet of the season in 4 games. The score remains the same. Warrington claims. Play goes on. Charlotte Wardlaw. Strong game from her. Lavera for Kozak. Half-time subs combine. Cushion for Whelan. Douglas stands strong again, still sliding in that left back slot. Some late defending to do though. Over Foley, curled over, bodies on the floor. Browning and Moore are the two, one from either side. Abby Larkin with a successful first SWPL start for City. Receives again. Cafferty had to make a decision. Did the ball cross the line? Yes, say the officials. Is it a final Glasgow City corner? We're inside stoppage time.
Go, go, go. Kazabi, Lisa, yeah, quick.
Lisa Forrest. Shot for Larkin. Creates the space. Forrest driven over Vera Lair, and out it goes for the Spartans' throw. A dangerous ball over. Robin McCafferty once again making life difficult for the Glasgow City forwards. She does that a lot to attackers in this league. Michaela Moore. Lavera. Strong hold up play. Threaded through for Larkin. Kozak and Whelan waiting. Warrington just checked the run. So Hannah Robinson can clear. Oscarson. Whelan. Kozak. And Oscarson. Space for Kinga Kozak. Fingertip save from the goalkeeper, but the assistant, I don't think, managed to see the goal kick as the decision. But from our angle, Rachel Johnston definitely got a hand to that one.
Yeah.
Divert it away from goal.
Yeah, she's got something on that there. Again, you know, Kozak finding herself in a good area. Good shot. I think it was going wide anyway, but Johnson, you know, not taking any chances.
A look at the watch from the referee. That is full time at Petershill. Glasgow City get back to winning ways in the SWPL with a victory over a spirited Spartans side this afternoon. Leanne Ross watched as Amy Muir charged forward to open the scoring in the first half. Some changes made at half time, and that certainly helped the rhythm of Ross's Glasgow City side in the second half. A competitively thought game. Demi McCulloch will see plenty positives in the performance at Petershill, but no points to take. Brenna Lavera there scored the third goal. Glasgow City happy. Got another win in the column in the league table, and now their focus will turn to a night under the floodlights at Petershill in the UEFA Women's Champions League, with a big tie against Brann. Handshakes all round from the City players. Suzanne Lappin alongside me tonight as we watch through the goals. Amy Muir took the touch first, drilled the shot low past Rachel Johnston.
Yep, no, it was absolutely great finish from Amy Muir into the corner. It opened up from her. You know, the second one, reckless in the challenge. Lauren Davidson, no mistake from the penalty, cool, calm, slots it into the corner. And then the last from the corner kick, it's just, you know, it's great movement from Lavera just to pull away from McMahon and get the header into the goal. This one, I thought the penalty was rather soft, if I'm honest. Kozak stepping up in the absence of Davidson, and a strong save down to her right hand side from Rachel Johnston to turn that away and keep the score at 3-0.
You spoke about the standards that Leanne Ross sets at Glasgow City and how the schedule has been on her mind as she's made comments through the week about it, but it's all about these big fixtures at Glasgow City. It always has been about these big games at Petershill, and now she'll look at this one as job done, another 3 points on the board, and it's all about Wednesday now.
Yeah, it is all about Wednesday, as you say. Today was about bouncing back from the disappointment of Thursday night. They've done that, they've got the 3 points, but you know, as a former Glasgow City player, Champions League nights are special. You know, they really are, and it's all focus on that now. It's important that they come out here. I'm sure there'll be a big crowd behind them, you know, put on a performance, and you know, the Champions League is key to Glasgow City. You know, the schedule, yes, it might be tough and testing at times, but that's where you want to be as a player, and that's where this club wants to be.
How will Debbie McCulloch and Spartans use the performance today to move forward for the rest of the season?
I think they can take a lot of positives, as we touched on, Stuart. I think, you know, throughout the game they were resolute. You know, they defended well as a unit. It was, you know, individual errors in the main that cost them. You know, it was poor goals that they lost, but I think over the piece they made a good account of themselves. They've shown that they've grown, they've got stronger as the seasons went on. You know, and as I said, if they can put up performances like that against the teams closer to them in the league, I'm sure they'll pick up points.
Glasgow City will edge closer towards the top of the SWPL table, with Celtic and Rangers still to play later on this afternoon, and now their focus turns on to what's in their own hands with a big Champions League night to come in midweek. My thanks from Suzanne and I for watching the Scottish Power Women's Premier League this afternoon on BBC Sports Scotland. It's finished at Petershill Park. Glasgow City 3, Spartans 0.